Hey guys, Kingkade here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all the fastest way to get candy on Arm Wrestling Simulator. Let's get right into this. So I did make this video before, but ever since I made that video, they released so many new things that I'm going to go ahead and make another one for y'all. Because ever since I released that, they released the cauldron, trick-or-treating, and tons of other stuff. So first thing, what you want to do to get the maximum amount of candy is make sure you toss some pets in the cauldron right here. So I actually already have them. So whenever you toss pets in the cauldron, you'll have like a guaranteed chance to get a enchant, but it's 50-50 on which one you get. So you can either get the Candy Thief enchant or the Pumpkin Smash enchant. So it's 50-50 whichever one. And then there's like 3 different tiers for each. So there's Pumpkin Smash 1, 2, and 3. Obviously 3 is the best, and Candy Thief 1, 2, and 3. And obviously 3 is the best, just like this. So you toss them in. Of course, you go ahead and select this. Go ahead and select whichever pet, such as this one right here. Let's toss this in. And also, by the way, once you toss in a pet, like the pet can't have any enchant, and you also can't remove this enchant. So if you put an enchant on the pet, you can't remove it with another enchant. So make sure the pet isn't really too important. And then you just have to stay in the game for 30 minutes. By the way, if you leave and rejoin the game, this timer does reset. So make sure you're in the same server for 30 minutes and you go ahead and claim those. So let's go ahead and see what we got from those ones. So down here, these aren't all the ones that I got from that right there. I mostly have my candy ones equipped, but we got like Candy Thief 1, and then it looks like we probably just got some other Pumpkin Smashes. Pumpkin Smash 3, pretty good, but I recommend only saving up the Candy Thief ones. Of course, you can save up the Pumpkin Smash ones as well because it's like a limited time enchant, but I recommend only using the Candy Thief ones because these give you more candy, such as this one right here. Let's go to Candy Thief 1. This one gives us 5% more candy. That doesn't seem like too much, but once you have like a full team of these, it really stacks up. Even if you're only able to equip like 5 pets, it still really stacks up because that's still like 50%. Like if you have 3 of these that are all Candy Thief 3, then that's still like at least, I think that's like around 70%. That's still really good because that's nearly ×2 candy. So yeah, so make sure that you do have these on. And of course, if you have a full team of 40, I just recommend equipping all of them. I recommend saving up until Candy Thief 3, but of course, like I have tons of Candy Thieves 1 right here because I haven't finished them. Also, by the way, you can get some ult counts. Get some ult counts, have them all do this at the same time, and it's much faster. And then once you have all of these equipped, what you want to do, just go ahead and ignore the quest. Don't even pay attention to the quest. In my last video, I said you should like kind of focus on this, but now the quests are just completely useless. Don't even look at them because they're not even worth doing. Also, by the way, in this news update, they did add some codes right here, but don't use the scary code just yet. We want to do that right before the update tomorrow. So yeah, don't use this code. You can use the forgive us code, but don't use the scary code, and I'll show you all why. If you'll already used it, then that's okay, but if you haven't used it already, then I recommend saving it. So the fastest way to get candy is by going up to these houses and ringing the doorbell. So what you want to do is go up to the houses, ring the doorbell. Well, actually, before you ring the doorbell, what you want to do is just save up quite a bit of candy, not too much, maybe like 100,000. And that's because whenever you ring the doorbell, there's a small chance, I think it's around like a 1% chance, that whenever you ring the doorbell, it can give you 8% of your candy. Such as, let's say I have 10 million candy and I ring the doorbell, there's a chance that it could give me like 5 million candy. So yeah, it's really good. It's a chance that I could nearly double your candy. So I recommend saving up a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit before you actually do that. So what you want to do once you have a little bit of candy, not too much though, just go ahead and run up to each doorbell and just ring the doorbell. And then while we're waiting for like all of them to go ahead and refresh, that is when we'll go ahead and smash pumpkins. So ringing the doorbells, it kind of depends on how much candy you currently have, because me, since I have like 4 million candy, I recommend that I go ahead and ring the doorbells because that 1% chance that will give me like 5 million candy is really good, but it just scales with how much candy you have. So if you only have like 100,000 candy, and if you get it, it's only going to give you like 50,000, so that's not too good, but once you have tons of candy, it's really worth it. But while I'm waiting for the doorbells, I recommend just going around and punching the pumpkins, because in the Halloween update part 3, they actually increased it, so the pumpkins give you an extreme amount of candy now. They give you even more than the doorbells, but I recommend only doing the doorbells if you have tons of candy. But let's say you don't have tons of candy, then I recommend just punching the pumpkins because of how much they give you. And dang, I don't even know why, but these pumpkins have like no health, and I'm like one-tapping all of them right now, which is kind of awesome. Yeah, they greatly buffed pumpkins, so they now give you like tons of candy. So this is the fastest way, going around ringing the doorbells if you have tons of candy. And if you don't have too much candy, or you're just waiting for the doorbells to reset, then you just want to go around and punch pumpkins. And if you kind of destroy pumpkins kind of slowly, I recommend just targeting the big ones, such as these ones right here. These are all small pumpkins, so you don't really want to target those, but just target the larger ones. They don't have to be like that big one over here, like this one. This one is like a big one, not the mega one, but it's still a big one, which is good. But especially make sure that you do destroy these ones over here, because these ones are the best and they will give you the most amount. Such as I got nearly 2,000 candy from that one pumpkin, and that one I actually got 2.1 thousand from that one pumpkin. And also, whenever you go AFK overnight, if you don't want to spend like all night just destroying these pumpkins and you just want to go AFK, there are two different options you can do. You can like set up a macro to go ahead and run from house to house and destroying the pumpkins, which I made a complete video on how to AFK ringing the doorbell, so y'all can check that out if y'all want to. So you could either do that, but what I recommend doing is going over to any world. It doesn't really matter which world you're in because they're all the same. But let's say I go over here, you just want to AFK the boss, because in the update they released today, they made defeating these bosses like 4 times better, because they increased it by 100% of how much candy gives you. So it pretty much gives you like times 2 candy than what it did before. And also they increased it, so it is now a 1 in 3 chance that the boss will give you candy. Previously it was a 1 in 8 chance, but now it's a 1 in 3 chance, so it's over twice as good, meaning that the boss actually gives you like 4 times more candy than what it previously did. So yeah, also make sure that you do have your candy pets equipped, because these candy pets right here actually affect how much you get from the boss. Of course, you won't have like your winner pets equipped, so you won't get very many wins, but make sure you have your candy pets equipped right here, because they'll give you like an extreme amount of candy. Also, by the way, you want to save this scary code right here, and you want to save it right before the update on Saturday. You don't have to save it until like right until the minute that updates, but maybe just like a couple hours before the update, you would just want to save it and just save up as much candy as you can. Don't spend any candy, because this gives you 50% of your candy. So if I have 10 million candy, it will give me 5 million, meaning that I would have 15 million candy after I use the code. So it's really good. So you want to save up as much candy as you can and then use the code, which expires on Saturday whenever the update releases. So before the update, it doesn't expire. It's just once the update releases, it does expire. So you want to use it like right before the update, whenever you have as much candy as possible, and then that is whenever you want to use the code. So that is why I recommend saving the code right there. Also, let's go ahead and AFK this boss real quick, just so I can show you all how much candy. So as you can see right there, I got over 1,000 candy, and there we go, 1.2 thousand. So yeah, this is really good. It's a 1 in 3 chance that you will get candy from it. So if you AFK this overnight, you'll get tons of candy, such as if I AFK this overnight, I'll get like at least 5 million candy. And yeah, it's really OP. And yeah, that's gonna be all for this video though, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.